I was totally here. I didn't go anywhere. I was totally here. You didn't see anything. Hey, Scapegoat. Sadly, I suspect there's probably a pretty good chance that this stream will end up not being monetized. Oh well. Just a hunch I have. Maybe. You never know. Echo? Oh, there's an echo? Alright, is that better? Hey, Jordan. Can I be heard with there is no echo? Yes, good. What's this all about? The fate of humanity is at stake. Use your gift of clairvoyance to see into the future and stop an apocalypse that threatens the balance between your world and the deities. Hey, Vanna. I believe this game does. I think the game has voice acting. Girl is annoying, and I hope the worst for her. I don't know who you're talking about, so I'll just say I agree, I guess? So yeah, there is a voice cast. I don't actually know who any of these people are. Hey, Comic Book. But I do have the voice cast pulled up, so I can always reference them as we go along. The men have found a new trip. Virality for spitting noises. Oh, huh. Oh, double, huh? Maybe this in response to the question, but in front of it. Sorry, I have no idea what you're talking about, so I'm just looking through the voice acting, the voice actors for this game. One of the voice actors is Abigail Thorne, who produces Philosophy Tube. So I saw that, I was like, oh, huh, that's interesting. And then I was looking through her biography, and it said she came out as trans and as a trans woman in 2021. It's like, oh, huh, that's interesting. So comforting that you don't know that meme. Yeah, I mean, it's I think I've heard of Haktwa. Like, I think I've seen references to it. Like, I feel like I saw somebody mention it somewhere. But yeah, I pay no attention. Gonna go get myself another bottle of drink. Got myself another bottle of drink. Hold on a second. Anyway, I'm streaming this from my new laptop. New-ish laptop. I got it like a year ago, so it's not that new. It's a stretch to call it new. Shit, I think maybe more than a year ago now. Yeah, a little over a year ago. So yeah, I got this laptop a little over a year ago. After this week of work, I can confirm there isn't any room for at the info in. Any room for the info in? Yeah. Hey, Killface. And the car learning. Cool, cool. So yeah, I am on the laptop that I got just over a year ago. This is my first time actually streaming from it. Did you find this game? Uh, I mean, it would have been recommended to me just because I played Life is Strange. This game is from Don't Nod. This music is ominous. It is very ominous. This game was developed by Don't Nod, the same studio that did the original Life is Strange, along with Life is Strange 2. Came out last year, June 2023, so the game is now a year old. Music was composed by Lena Raine. Not entirely sure who that is. Hey, Habibi. Apparently she did the score for Celeste. Don't know if any of you have ever played Celeste. I have not, but I understand that Celeste was a pretty popular game. So Lena Raine, who did the score for Celeste, also did the also composed for this game. And apparently she's done other stuff. Was directed by Trung Nguyen and Florent Augie. Written by Grim Baccharis, Matthias Bucks, Rick Godwin, Leo Henry, and Anthony Janot. jeune homme. Big Mac, 9 nuggets, banana milkshake. Odd number of nuggets is so unsettling. It is weird. It is weird. Anyway, shall we get into the game? It's 16 minutes. I don't think there's going to be anyone else coming in. So shall we get into the game now? Is everyone ready for the game? Apparently it can also be played on keyboard or controller. I'm using the keyboard for now. If I do find the controls weird, I might switch to controller, maybe. Or maybe not, I don't know. I'd have to unplug from this, but... So yeah. If I find the controls weird, then I might switch to a controller, just because I'm more comfortable with controllers. But as far as I'm aware, it's basically just a glorified visual novel. Yeah, like it's just a particularly fancy visual novel. So I shouldn't really need any special controls. Should I turn on the dyslexia font? Does anyone want the dyslexia font? Makes it easier to read. Though I think a lot of people find the fonts that... I feel like the fonts that are used for dyslexic... for ease of reading for dyslexic people, a lot of non-dyslexic people end up kind of just not liking those fonts. So I guess just keep it as it is. On. Actually, credits at the end of the game. File 1. Heart. Nice art. Got a good music. That was a lo-fi beats screenshot. This is a very pretty game. Looks cool. Yeah, it's such... This is gorgeous art. Really digging the animation style. Good music, too. Welcome back, Polly. old workshop. Everything looks the same, but it feels so different. When have I last had McDonald's? Oh, it's been a long time. Last summer sometime, but... let's just move me up here out of the way of the text box. Everything looks the same, but it feels so different. I dropped my bag in my old room. It's been 10 years since I moved out of this place. 5 since the last time I managed to come back for holidays. Okay, so, lucky me, I do still get to read. So it's going to be a mix of, voice acting and unacted. Hey, Uncle Buck. When I was young, this island felt so small. But now I'm realizing I was wrong about that. It's not small. It's just that I was growing up. I had my own ideas. Needed some time away. Alone. Hey, know-it-all achievement. Open the codex for the first time. So yeah, we've got a codex in this game. We don't know yet how to pronounce this. I'm gonna say, Atina. Oldest inhabited city in the Mediterranean Sea. It is now one of the most technologically advanced city-states in southern Europe. Located at the crossroads of many influential situations, Etna was always destined for greatness. Thanks to monoconcern, and despite concern from bulky citizens, the island has been ushered into the 21st century. With safer streets, new buildings, cheaper access to technology, and lower taxes, Etna is now a trailblazer among European capitals. Back then, it felt like all the space here was meant for other, more important people. And by people, I mean my mother, Ursula. She's always been so purposeful, so dedicated, so focused. She casts a long shadow. The Naiads. Now I find myself stepping back into the place where we lived together for so many years. The Naiads. A big residence, open to all, filled with artists and creatives. Built in 1924 in a former Oxian site, the Naiads was once almost only public pool. With a structure loosely based on Oxian architecture, the Naiads was also meant to highlight Etna's cultural heritage. One of Alma's thriving gathering places, the Naiads were forced to shut down in the 80s when city council fell into financial ruin. It remained empty for a decade until a successful local poetess and other community members managed to buy it back from the city. They transformed it into a multi-unit building, welcoming all kinds of artists. The backbone of Alma, the surrounding neighborhood. At least it was. With Ursula gone missing, the place feels empty now, almost abandoned. I decided to go straight to my mother's room, to the heart of the problem. Everything looks familiar, and everything feels strange. I hear a sound, and some instinct freezes me in place. Nobody's home. The noise emerges from somewhere inside my mother's room. A heartbeat and a gentle, pearl-like rattling. A soothing sound. A call. A name. Whispered. Chanted. I feel compelled to open the door and... like that expression on that one girl's face. Anyway, Nexus. Place looks kind of maze-like. Yeah, that was a good expression. Where am I? I want to check something here. Okay. The world around me. I've never seen anything like it. An endless panorama. A limitless horizon. My head spins. And there, looking at me like I'm an old friend, is a girl. She seems surprised, as if my presence was a shock to her. I mean, you just appeared out of nowhere, so yeah, that would be a shock.
Oh, didn't see you there.
Bliss here is voiced by Jennifer English. Who also voiced Shadowheart in Baldur's Gate 3 and Latenna in Elden Ring. And has also done some other things. That's what happens if you went to the hot tub. So yeah, you're just that. Her voice is so.
Take your time, Sprout. It's not every day you wake up in a new dimension.
My ears are ringing, head swimming. I feel like I'm in the strangest dream ever. But I take a breath and focus.
There you go. You'll get the hang of it in no time.
Where is she from? Doesn't say where she's originally from. I was curious where she's originally from. Who is this person? She puts down the game console she was playing with and rushes over to me.
So, I guess we've got a lot to discuss.
Who are you? I'm Polly.
And Polly, our protagonist. Our hero. Her voice sounds very different here. In Baldur's Gate, it's very sultry and not like a cockney little kid in it. So you recognize her voice from Baldur's Gate. There you go, see it. Shala Nyx. She was apparently in The Old Guard and My American Family. She also did, I think, a fairly minor voice. I think it was a fairly minor character in Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty. Farida Nazari. So I think a pretty minor character in that. She's talented with that range, though. Oh, she was also in Baldur's Gate 3. In Baldur's Gate 3, yeah, Shala Nyx. In Baldur's Gate 3, she voiced Carlarina the Wolf, Cinna Brewseller, and Distraught Bureaucrat. She also did some additional voices in Diablo 4. Hey, Color Purple. My friend calls Reese's. Should I hit her up? I mean, I say hit her up. career is at restaurant. Yay! I see nothing wrong with calling them Reese's.
Actually, you're Harmony for us over here.
She seems to be looking at my clothes and... What happened? Why am I dressed like a priestess? Breathe. I need to breathe.
I'm Bliss. This world is Reverie. And it's in big trouble.
Bliss! The incarnation of primal dreams and childhood. Bliss embodies the need for joy and protection. An eternally innocent child, Bliss is one of the oldest aspirations. Born from the earliest dreams of humankind, Bliss always needs more. More love, more laughter, more comfort, and more security. She despises any form of hierarchy and has barely contributed to Reverie's development. Her fears can sometimes overwhelm her and cause disasters, like the huge earthquake that divided Reverie's realms. So, aspirations are going to be a big thing in this game.
What?
Both my world and yours are on the brink of collapse. Not pillaged and plundered by an invading army or something cool like that. No, this is ugly. Bad news. Collapsing from within, you know?
I'm starting to kind of like her. She's kind of fun. She's very animated.
Wait, slow down, please. I was just in my mother's room and I picked up this necklace and...
See this?
The girl points to an object floating in the middle of the platform. An orb. It sort of looks like a heart wreathed in blue flames. It's radiating a powerful surge of emotions. How do I know this?
Don't look at it for too long, Sprout. It'll bum you out.
It's incredible.
And yet, it's fragile. More than it has ever been.
I take a few steps towards it. Waves of comforting warmth and aching cold wash over me. Sensations of solitude and togetherness, emptiness and excess. I'm on the verge of tears, gripped by a sense of helpless sorrow beyond my control.
I know who you are. And I know you have to touch the heart of Reverie.
The heart.
Touch it! Touch it and see the future!
Reverie. An intangible realm where ideas and concepts become real. Our home, independent of time and space. Reverie has always been, but its existence is tenuous and depends on brittle. Without brittle's physicality, dreams would shatter and hopes would wither. All of Reverie gravitates around the heart, a pulsating orb made of the texture of dreams. Our relationship with brittle is symbiotic. Our lives are connected. I comply. My fingers seem to go right through the surface. It's neither cold nor hot. Softly rough. I feel a slight shock, almost imperceptible.
What the...
You're connected to Reverie now. You'll be able to travel between our world and yours.
What do you mean, travel? I have so many questions.
Looks like you're searching for your mother. This'll point you in the right direction. Introducing the Augural, an amazing tool you can use to strategize and plan out the future.
How do I use it?
The girl takes a sip of her drink and a few seconds to reply. Is this simply theatrics, or is she figuring out the best way to explain? Oh. Do you really gotta watch the debate, Killface? Two old, out-of-touch dudes slinging bullshit? But okay. See you next week, Killface. Try not to scream too much at the debate.
See for yourself, Sprout.
Well, that's useful. Yay! Starting with the tutorial. This tutorial will give you all the knowledge you need to explore the story. The future is visible to you in the form of interconnected nodes. Each node contains a fragment of story that you can choose to unveil. Close this tutorial and use left button on the first node to select it. Alright, so it looks like can't go too far up. Can't explore too far in advance. It's fine. So yeah, the next step will be either truth or dare. No notifications yet. Alright, so I suppose we're clicking on first steps. What is this? Where am I? When a node is selected, information about its fragment of story appears on the right of your screen. Use this information to plan your journey through the story. What happened? What the hell just happened?
The Augural allows you to see the future. That's this board, you know?
So, looks like this path is kinda short.
Before today, time was linear for you. From now on, well, it dances to your tune.
It's incredible. How? How come I can do that?
I'm an aspiration. Me and my friends need a heart to exist. But our heart is weak.
The aspirations are incarnations of humanity's yearnings, desires, and intelligence. We immortal beings have watched humankind from afar, only able to intervene through dreams and inspiration. We exist in this world. Though we may be few, we are united. From time to time, we choose a new heart, a leader, a guide, and occasionally a despot. Our voices travel to Brittle, where we shape destinies. It has been so since the dawn of humanity, and will always be so.
And you're special, Sprout. You can help us. You can save us all.
Aphex Twin Ambient Volume 2. Bliss attempts to smile, but it looks forced. Perhaps because I look so confused. For a moment, the words mean nothing to me. Here for now, just because Bliss is shorter than Polly, so. But why me? Why was the necklace in my mother's room? Could this Augural be the key to finding my mother?
Let's start with something easy. Truth or dare?
Truth or dare? Is she serious? The light in her eyes tells me so. She is serious. The symbol means that only one of the next two nodes can be played. The other will be blocked forever. Choose which part of the story you want to see unfold. Don't know where this is going, but talking seems less risky. None of this is real, so let's just go with the flow, right? Alright. So we got ourselves our very first choice. Are we going with truth? Or are we going with dare? Play it safe? Or go with the flow? I need you to help me decide. All 10 of you. Comic book says truth. All 9 of you, or 11 of you. I don't know how many are in here. To tell. Well, no, we're picking whether to. Are we going to? It's truth or dare. Do we? Do we answer a question, or do we do a dare? But I guess that's 2 votes for truth. Anyone else want to opine? Seems not. Alright. Don't know where this is going, but talking seems less risky. I wonder how you could play this game with some kind of immortal child, but I accept.
Truth.
Tell me about your mum. Do you like her?
Words are spilling out of my mouth uncontrollably.
Things are difficult between us.
Good. You made a choice. And now, what we're experiencing is unique and special.
All at once, I feel ashamed. What was I thinking to open up to this unknown entity? So much, and so suddenly.
Don't worry about that.
Hang on. Could she hear my thoughts? She needs to stop.
I'm trying, but I can't help catching some of them. Like listening to a foreign lingo you half know. But go on. Tell me about your mother.
It takes me a couple of seconds to refocus.
You make it sound so clinical. It's just that I never knew her. I mean,
I can feel Bliss's presence in my head retreating, being pushed back. I can actually keep her out of my thoughts if I concentrate hard enough. So I continue.
She's always been there, pushing me, picking me up after failures and mistakes. But who she really is, deep down, as a person, I have no clue.
Aw, that's sad. We're suddenly back at the Nayots. If not for the familiar surroundings, I might not have noticed the shift.
What the?
Is this your room? Nice.
Ooh, she's got a bit of a... Bliss has got a bit of an echo now. Suggesting that she's not actually here.
Oh. You're here?
Well, sort of. I'm really still in Reverie, but with a bit of effort, we aspirations can push ourselves into Brittle. And as you shifted yourself back here, I thought I'd come with.
I like that little bit of hollowness to her voice. Brittle, the material world, where humankind lives. Humanity's actions produce egregore, the liquid vital to our existence. Brittle is the world of matter, time, dimensions, and gravity. However, despite its limits, Brittle is also a land of movement and energy. Guided by the right hand, it can produce great things. We can visit it, but we can't be seen there.
I did?
Don't worry about it. Those new powers of yours will take a bit of getting used to. Now, where were we? Oh yeah, your mum.
My finger traces circles on the desk. A mandala of dust.
Would you say she was distant?
Always. She kept me at bay. Refused to let me into her world. She wanted me to become this great artist. And instead I went into medical research. She was always there, always present, but never close. Does that make sense?
Why am I asking? My stomach hurts. Why am I hurting myself?
She never even cried. When Dad left, she simply closed that book and opened another one.
My fingers paint an infinite spiral, again and again. It feels soothing, like I'm making a bridge to connect two different drawings. And we're suddenly and brutally back, in the other world.
What's going on?
Don't ask me. You're the one who brought us here. Traveling between worlds like it's nothing is, well, shows what amazing powers you have.
I smile. The futures, are slowly unfolding. Hidden future. Polly can catch a glimpse of the future, but entire parts of it sometimes remain hidden from her. Nodes with a eyelash icon will hide all the nodes behind them. Hidden nodes cannot be interacted with. They conceal all information about the fragment they contain. You will need to progress through the augural until you reach this node, to reveal it and see beyond it. That's it. Okay. So that's how I use the mic. The right button to... A new face. I can feel someone else coming. Damn, this is weird. I open my eyes again. The two paths have merged into one.
Go on, what do you see? What do you feel?
I sense a new being. A new force. It's getting closer.
That, I believe, would be me.
I can't see who voices power. Oh, there it is. Timothy Watson. Power here is voiced by Timothy Watson. Who also did a few voices in Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2. Van Tegan. Also did some voice in Final Fantasy 16, although it doesn't say what. I don't want to be blocking either face here. So, I'll stick to the middle of the screen for now. A tall silhouette comes into focus before my eyes, surrounded by electric blue fish dancing in the air. I knew Bliss was tiny, but now she looks positively minuscule. Taking silence as proof that he has his hands full? Probably.
I am power. An aspiration like our minuscule Bliss over there.
I don't like this guy. The mighty aspiration of willpower, leadership, and strength protects Reverie at all costs. The mighty sovereign yearns for structure and conquest, and is among Reverie's most influential aspirations. Power has helped create lands in Reverie's infinity, building bridges and boundaries over its endless ebb of ideas. He values action over words, and prides himself on being the most trustworthy of the aspirations. From the very beginning, he has fought the void surrounding dreams to expand Reverie's domain, and he has fought back many nightmares to protect it. Alright, so he's maybe not that bad. It's just the way he said minuscule bliss just seemed condescending. He reads my mind too. I'm going to have to work harder to keep them out of my head.
No offense, Bliss.
None taken. I'd prefer the term fun-sized.
Cute. A little laugh slips out of me. Suddenly, this whole situation feels absurdly mundane, as though I've always been a part of this.
You must be Harmony.
Harmony. What a name. Am I one of them? As the link between Reverie and Brittle, this oracle is chosen to walk a special path. Each age, a single harmony is born, bringing hope of change to our realm. Harmony is tasked with maintaining a balance between the two worlds. They ensure that Igor flows to Reverie, and help us aspirations extend our influence over Brittle, infusing more dreams into humans' minds. Maintaining this cycle is of the utmost importance.
You have seen how weak our heart is. It won't last long. Great changes would come to pass. You might even call them cataclysmic.
The ground beneath me suddenly feels shaky, unstable.
What can I do? I'm just looking for my mother. I didn't ask for any of this.
You now know that chance does not exist. The futures laid out before you will force your hand. They will require you to make choices. Choices that are ruthless, difficult, even painful. Choose wisely, follow your objective, and your diligence will be rewarded with a valuable resource.
Knew I forgot something. There's this energy called egregor, right? It's basically how we exist in your world.
Egregor. Okay, egregor.
It kinda tastes like, you know that blue soda?
Egregor is rare and powerful. It is not to be drunk.
Drink the forbidden drink. It tastes like blue soda.
Some choices you make will generate egregor and bind us together. Use it wisely.
Egregor is the texture of dreams, an energy that flows freely between worlds. At the very beginning were the four elements, still and separate. They needed egregor to come together and merge. This luminous substance holds an infinite amount of possibilities. It is both everything and nothing at the same time. Invisible to the human eye, egregor requires you to see past what is, and to see what could be. But be warned, egregor is a powerful elixir that is lethal in large quantities. But it tastes like blue soda, you said.
What? What are you expecting from me?
The aspirations meet my doubts with a knowing look. I don't like that they can see my thoughts, read my intentions.
Ah, you got it. I can tell because your mind's gone all hard. Difficult to hear.
It looks like I'm getting better at pushing them away from what's in my head.
We have much more to tell you, but a good leader knows what to reveal and what to leave unsaid. For now, of course.
Boo! Tell me everything. The two aspirations look at each other. Something is shared in their glance. An emotion, a memory, but I don't know what it is. I'll need to find out by myself.
The key is your mother, Harmony.
Her disappearance must be linked with what happened here.
A pause. They glance at each other.
Some of our number are lost, scattered.
And we work better if we're a team.
How many of them are there?
But that's for later. Right now, the priority is your mother.
Exactly.
We must find her. Or else...
Your heart will get weaker?
The look in their eyes tells me I'm right.
Find your mother. Explore the futures.
I nod. The view from up here is stunning. The Nexus. A place that belongs to all of us, and where our heart beats, pumping life into dreams. The Nexus is neutral ground, where we aspirations gather to discuss important matters. The heart of Reverie was what was once kept in the Chosen Aspiration Sanctuary, sparking much tension between us. Truth and Bond work to create this neutral space to hold the heart and come together, since sanctuaries are private and only open to those their owner allows inside. My head feels heavy. So much has been dropped on me. So much. I need to close my eyes. A new objective node has been revealed. Objective nodes are marked by a ray of light shining from their center. Try to reach them to progress through the story. Use tab to open the notifications panel to see the new objective node. Objectives, a long road ahead. That's as far as you can see, Sprout. You need to give one of us egregor to get here. Wonder if it's possible to take both paths. I wouldn't expect it to be. Well, maybe. It doesn't... This doesn't seem to be... Doesn't seem to be a mutual choice between this and these. Seems like you can do this and then this choice, and then maybe go back here. Hope so. The more we can explore, the better. Anyway, an awakening. I'm back on Earth. Was all of that real? I can tell right away that I'm not in Reverie anymore. The sun over Etna is hot and dry. I stretch out my arms, feeling the muscles there resisting. A minute. I just need a minute to think this through. I came here to find my mother. Discovered a necklace that transported me far away. And I'm now able to instantly travel between worlds and talk to gods?
Is that it?
The necklace! A key to Reverie forged by a human with the help of an aspiration. This seemingly innocuous trinket acts as a portal between Brittle and Reverie. Some artifacts, such as this necklace, hold a piece of Reverie within their material confines. Few exist, and fewer are those able to wield their potential. Nevertheless, these artifacts always find their way to the right person. Okay. 5 more entries left in the mythology. 6 for sanctuaries. 5 more aspirations. Lots of society, lots of citizens. That wasn't a dream. All my studies into the human mind, all my research, I've never heard of anything like this. It wasn't a seizure or hallucination. This is all the legends and tales my mother wrote about in her poetry. All the stories she told me as a kid. An invisible world opened up in front of me with the opera. I need to act. I need to embrace this. Just getting myself more comfortable. These two nodes are blocked by a barrier. Barriers block access to certain nodes until they are removed. It seems crystals are required to unlock either of these 2 nodes. The symbols show that you need a bliss or a power crystal to progress through the story. Crystals can be gained as you progress through the Ogral. Ah, okay. Here are the crystals you seek. Do you see the symbols on the upper part of these 2 nodes? Yep. Progress through the Ogral and play one of them to gain a crystal and break the corresponding barrier. Crystals can materialize in different forms depending on which aspiration they are bound to. Personally, I'm inclined to go for bliss. Alright, kind of home. At last, a familiar face. I walk back inside. My head still swirling with words, names, predictions. And then... Nora. I can hear her footsteps outside the room. Knowing her, she's about to barge in. I rub my eyes and run my hands through my hair, trying to wake from... reverie?
Polly?
I can feel tears in my eyes, a sweet taste in my mouth. static electricity grazing my shoulders and arms.
Polly! You're here!
Nora! Nora is voiced by Abigail Thorne. So yeah, Nora is voiced by Abigail Thorne, who was, who produces, the Philosophy Tube channel. And also is, trans. So, yay. Yay for the transes.
Nora! Come here!
She crosses the room and we hug. It's the first human contact I've had in months. She feels so good, so warm and familiar. Born June 9th, 2010. So this game is set a little bit in the future. Her grandfather, Laszlo Kassar, is her guardian and has raised her since her parents relinquished custody. Failed first several years of college. Approached a fashion school on the continent for their international class. Legal name changed at age 18. So the characters presumably trans as well. Seeing a speech therapist. Contacted for monoconcern health experiments. Is there an option to have her draw you? Nora makes me feel safe. She does, kinda.
How are you?
Good! I mean, fine, considering what's going on.
It's okay. We'll find her. I know we will.
So much has happened.
Tell me.
Hold on, I need some coffee. It's keeping my brain from rotting.
She drinks coffee now. She's definitely older. A young woman. In the kitchen, Nora makes us both coffee and launches into, well, about 8 different stories at once, all tangled together. How neat is it that the kitchen is in a pool? Like, that is such a, like, that's just such a unique idea. Also, the oven has oven painted on it. Somebody painted oven on the oven door. Like, that's adorable. She hasn't changed, always carrying an entire world of plots and characters and charming adventures with her. A Noraverse of energy. It's just what I was saying, Jordan, yeah.
And yeah, Grandpa's gone through all 5 stages of grief, though for a while I thought he was stuck on denial.
I smile as she hands over a huge mug, filled to the brim with caffeine.
Nothing beats a really cheap, super strong coffee.
Can she see you?
Oh, no. No, you're fine. Just don't start talking to yourself. Weirds people out.
Good advice.
I'm so sorry. I'm talking so much. Can't believe it's the first time you've been back in years.
Oh, we finally get... That's funny, we finally get Polly's bio. Born March 18th, 1998. That's Nora. June. Graduated with a degree in programming. Moved abroad to work in biotech as a data analyst. Daughter of Ursula Beauclair and Marco Ricci. Raised by Ms. Beauclair. Seldom returns to Atna since leaving 10 years ago. Nothing of interest to report. Is Nora our love interest? I don't know if Laura can be romanced. Considering 12-year age gap, though, because, like, Polly was born in 1998. Nora was born 2010. So Polly is presumably in her 30s, while Nora would be likely, like, just early 20s. So I suspect that Nora probably can't be romanced, I would think. I believe some of the aspirations can. I think the aspirations can mostly be romanced.
Yeah, it's... you know.
Oh, I know. Things were difficult with Ursula.
What year is it? I don't think it's said yet. It doesn't feel good to admit my mother always showed more love and affection to Nora than to me. I'm not jealous. Nora deserves love, but it's hard to stop thinking about the reasons behind it. Was I harder to love?
But she'd been different lately. We had a fight before she went missing.
Actually, what is it? So yeah, I was looking to see if it says anywhere what year it is, but it doesn't say on the Steam page either. Entirely possible. No, it's not 2024. It can't be 2024. It can't be any earlier than 2028. 2028 is the absolute earliest it could possibly take place, and even that, I suspect it's probably early 2030s. Because it says here that Nora was born 2010 and changed her age at 18. So 2028 is like the absolute bare minimum earliest, and I suspect it's probably been a few years. I suspect it's probably a few years later than that, because it also mentions Nora failing her first several years of college. So, like, unless she was some sort of prodigy attending school at, age 15, or attending college at age 15, more likely, it's early to mid 2030s.
Ursula was upset with you.
Nora's always gotten along well with my mother. I can't remember the last time they fought.
Have you heard about all the job openings at MK?
MK, Monoconcern, started as a humble piping company in the early 20th century. 1 century later, it has grown from a water supply company to become the biggest company on Atna. Mono Conserve now specializes in new technologies and offers a wide array of services. Triveds, drone deliveries, Medicaid, and much more. Job opportunities abound in a variety of areas, providing roughly half of Atna's population, with a steady income and the promise of a brighter future. Nora wants to join MK? A few months ago, she was telling me how intrusive and problematic they were.
The city's getting more expensive by the minute, and the pay's good, and it's interesting work, I guess. Did I mention the pay? Because, Paul, we're barely getting by here. And there's this school I'd like to go to, a rather expensive school, but Ursula felt I was betraying myself, and we had a fight, and I had to sleep at a friend's place for a couple of days.
Yep. Yeah, that's sort of... Unfortunately, that's kind of how it goes. If you want to be able to get by, you kind of need to sell out.
That bad?
I just needed some space. Some air.
The shiver of static electricity is back. Through my fingers, up my back, the necklace feels lighter around my throat.
I know MK isn't perfect, but I can't live here forever. No way I can move out without a job.
MK isn't perfect, but is not a sentence I thought I'd hear from Nora's mouth.
What do you think?
As I think about how to answer, I feel the weight of the decision. This is the kind of choice Bliss was talking about. Alright. So we have the choice of supporting Nora. This is what she wants to hear. Support, not judgment. Or warn. She doesn't want to hear this, but it is for her own good. Who is Nora to us? A friend, at least. She seems to be someone that our mother cared about. That our mother took good care of. So I would guess almost like a little sister would be my guess. In terms of how Nora, and in terms of how Polly likely views Nora. For my part, I'm inclined to support Nora. Like, it's one of those things where, like, yeah, this MK company sucks, but at the same time, to a certain extent, you kinda gotta do what you gotta do to survive. Sanctuary of Bliss. Console poor little Nora, and I'll invite you to hang out in my room. Nora needs to hear the truth. Be honest with her. So yeah. Nora wants to go work at an evil company so that she can afford to go to college. So, do we tell her that it's a bad idea for her to work for the evil company in the hopes of making a better life for herself? Or do we tell her, whatever you need to do, I'll stand by you? I can tell you what I'm leaning towards, but I want to see what everyone else thinks. she can work. I mean, that's basically what it comes down to, Scriptgoat. This company owns the village, owns the town. The island. This company owns the island. Who is mine? Sorry, Jordan, I did answer. So, Nora is someone that our mother took care of a lot. I would think that we probably see Nora as a little sister figure. You know, she's 12 years younger than us, and our mother was very protective of her and took a lot of care of her towards her. So I suspect that, yeah, and Nora's probably like a little sister. And Jordan, are you saying like warn or support? So yeah, do we support her or do we warn her? Specifically, are we like supporting her make the choice that you feel you need to make in your life? Or are we going to be like, what? You want to work for the evil company? Warren? Spread them stems on OnlyFans. I don't know, Scapegoat. Trans people getting into sex work is such a cliche. Anyway, I want to support her. I want to tell her that, you know, it is her life. She's an adult. She's old enough to make her own decisions. I don't know, it feels to me like the way the scene comes across to me is like she's basically already made her decision and she's kind of looking for absolution to a certain extent. I'm gonna support her. As I open my mouth, I can feel Bliss's sparkling energy at my side.
Oh, this is gonna be good! I can feel it!
But what if I'm just telling her what she wants to hear, so I don't make her feel bad? To avoid saying something uncomfortable?
Everybody wants support for their accomplishments or their mistakes.
The words lift a weight off me. Bliss is right. It's not my place to pass judgment, is it? I smile at Nora.
Money, responsibility, a chance for a fresh start. Maybe you should take it.
Seems like everyone hates MK except the people who work there. So maybe I'm missing something. And if I took a job there, I'd find out what.
Oh no, you'll still think they're an evil. They're evil bastards. It's just they'll be evil bastards paying your paycheck.
It's been hard. Laszlo and Ursula have always helped me out, but I want my own home now, my own life.
I smile, projecting warm affection and reassurance.
My goodness, I need another hug.
I nod and smile. She jumps forward into my arms.
I've missed you so much. You're always so supportive, so calm, so sure of yourself.
Nora can't see my face. She's missing the clouds of doubt passing before my eyes. Me? Sure of myself? That's probably the energy I've learned to give off. Inside me, though, inside my world is upside down.
This feels good.
It does.
Nora squeezes harder.
I'm sorry I didn't visit.
I squeeze back.
I was busy and I wanted to keep everything from here at a distance. A plant like me, well, it needs water and sunshine and distance from its parents.
Nora lets out a laugh. It's round and booming. That's the laugh I remember. Then she releases me. We're both recharged, both at peace.
Come on. I guess we should find Laszlo.
I could do with a drink.
And maybe passing out and forgetting about the necklace and those two weird... I stop the thought before it expands beyond my control. Family first. Because that's why I'm here, isn't it? Family. Yay! I obtained my first crystal. Crystals collected during a chapter are not kept when you move to the next one. Barrier has fallen. You can now reach the objective node. Let the pajama party begin! Ah, so that's what the ending here is. That's just the end of the chapter. Bliss's unbreakable egg. What happened to my track? There it is. Jeez. My chat stopped updating on my phone for a minute. Hi, Big Turks. I'm Evil Company. Indeed. Sex sells it. They intentionally made this music imitating Apex Twin and it's distracting me. Thinking about the universe, the human condition and shit. Anyway, this is cute. This giant unbreakable egg bunker. This is very cute, I like it. When I return to my senses, I'm no longer on Atma. There's a warm blanket around my body, a soft whisper in my ear, and then a playful voice.
Finally! There you are! What you did back there, that was nice of you. Real nice.
The desert wind fans my hair out in front of my face. It's surprisingly sweet, almost invigorating. The aspiration beside me points to a building in the distance. Faint electronic music seems to radiate from the colorful walls.
Your place?
My crib.
Bliss's unbreakable egg. The world of Bliss lies under a protective shell. Only in this untouched space can she retain her innocence and joy, or so she says. The egg first appeared within the void of the first ages of Reverie, a shelter from the storm of raw nightmares of old. Bliss was born there from the first dream of Hearth. With the help of her first oracle, Bliss expanded the egg significantly since then, adding more and more gadgets inside and protective devices outside. Yeah, this place is bitchin'. Anyway, let's watch the TV for a little while. The Ultra Fame Show. Inside, it's warmer. Cozy but loud, blaring with chimes and chiptunes and peppy, high-energy music.
Pull up a beanbag. Drink?
Do you drink? Or eat?
Do I need to? Nah. Do I want to? Course. Tasty's tasty.
Damn straight. This fucking dog thing over here. I'm sorry to cover up the dog thing, but I'm unobtrusive here. So you're telling me an oracle made this? Sure. Doesn't it look very mystical and prophetic? I have to stay focused. Every time I look around me, this world seems completely implausible.
Are you real? Or...
Us lot, aspirations. We're the proof that you lot, humans, exist.
Avocado circle. Beanbag in a hurry, yep.
the proof we exist?
Yeah. You exist, so we exist. And if we exist, then...
Humans exist.
And that concludes our segment on philosophy. Try not to think about it too much. I don't.
That's reassuring somehow. Even the gods at this place don't know how it works.
Listen, you just need to see the Augural as a board game. You've got your resources, your goals, your supporting characters. It's just a game. Chillax, enjoy, have fun with it.
That got very meta. It's just a game. Resource goals, supporting characters. Wow, yeah, this very much does feel like a game. Chillax. Also, yes, chillax. The hell are you from, kid? 1996? Is this Inside Out too? No, she's deflecting.
Earlier, you said that this was serious. There could be consequences.
Chill, indeed.
Sure, but I don't like the word consequences. Too many vowels.
Fair. Okay.
Don't much like vowel either.
She's cute.
Is everything a game to you?
No, not everything.
The aspiration's mood shifts immediately. The room feels a little darker, a little less cheery.
The future isn't. The future is important. Vital. And the future, our future, is in your hands.
The Augural.
Aspirations have been around since the dawn of humankind. We've guided you, and we've been guided by you.
We're connected.
More than connected. You exist because we exist. And the other way round as well.
Tank Girl? I can kind of see it. Yeah, I can see that.
If we die, you die. And I don't want to die. No siree.
There's a break. A silence filled by the sound of Bliss's sanctuary. Enough for Bliss to wordlessly express that she's talked enough.
Fine. I'll explore the future.
Yeah! Have fun with it. I'll be around, listening, chiming in. Unless I'm in the middle of a game, of course.
Of course.
Once outside, I pause for a moment, watching an immovable sun casting its light onto the bunker? And it hits me. Aspirations aren't good or bad, noble or evil. They are what they are. All of them. Representations of the fallible, malleable human psyche. Should I join forces with Bliss? Power? Another aspiration? Another one. We're waiting for another aspiration. It's up to me to decide. A long road ahead. My head is buzzing with thoughts. Now what? Whatever's brewing here, it's big. Bigger than my mother disappearing. I step closer to the heart of Reverie. Its blue flames don't seem to burn.
Hey! You still here?
I turn around. Bliss is standing right in front of me.
Didn't mean to scare you. Sorry.
There's more to it than she's ready to share. I can sense it.
This is a lot. Are you real? Is any of this real? Or am I having some sort of waking nightmare?
First, thanks. Nightmare indeed. Second, it's very...
I just
Whoops.
need a minute.
It's okay. We're really impressed by everything you've done so far. Soon, you'll be able to see even further on the Augural.
Hey. Dang it. Second, it's very real, Sprout. I just need a minute. It's okay, really. I'm really impressed by everything you've done so far. Yeah.
How far ahead?
Depends on your choices, on who you side with, on what happens.
She's uncomfortable.
I can tell you don't exactly trust me, even if I can't read your mind anymore.
Let's be honest here.
You mentioned my mother. As soon as I stepped into all this, you knew. And you wanted me to find her. What's going on with her? Do you know Ursula?
Can aspirations breathe? Because if so, Bliss just took the biggest gulp of air ever.
Ursula was here before, in your shoes, in this place, wearing this necklace. And she tried to do everything you've been doing today, and
She failed.
she wasn't the right person. Why? I can't tell you directly.
For every mystery solved, 2 secrets are added.
Whatever happened, it broke us. It almost ruined Reverie. And we forgot. Our minds, our bodies were twisted and erased.
Oof. I turn away from Bliss. A minute. I just need a minute. Today's been a string of stolen minutes, wild concepts, shocking discoveries.
We need your help. And you need ours. There's an aspiration called truth. They know a lot. I mean, of course. If you could find a way to save them, it would mean the world to us. I know it's unfair to ask you to go out there without any more information.
It'll be okay. I understand the stakes. And I'll do my best.
I give her a tentative smile. I need to get back to Nora, meet with Laszlo, search for my mother and this truth. No time to lose. Hey, Joel. Select a node to display an overview of its content. Game is saved automatically after each node played. You can still restart a chapter from the start, as long as it has not been completed. End of chapter. This is the Act overview. It appears when reaching the end of a chapter. An act is composed of several chapters, each having its own objective. The Act overview is a simplified version of all the chapters composing an act. This is the objective you have just completed by helping Nora make a decision about her future. It is now part of your ongoing journey towards the main pivot points of the story, the outcomes. An outcome represents the conclusion of great events of the future. They are unlocked by crystals you collect throughout the chapters. At the end of a chapter, all the crystals you have collected are automatically transferred to the outcomes. Unlocking an outcome generally requires a large number of crystals. At the end of an act, you will have to pick an outcome. On the Augural, you can press semicolon at any time to access the Act overview. Do not hesitate to check it regularly and see your progress towards the outcome you are aiming for. Tradition Reborn, a spark of joy. Alright, so we finished Chapter 1. No thanks to Joel. Poor Joel. trying to see if so what's next. Well, next up will be chapter 2. Trying to see if it says anywhere if I can find what year this game takes place, but can't find it anywhere, so who knows. Alright. Late enough that starting another chapter, doesn't feel worth it. Not worthwhile starting another chapter. Chapter 2 looks like it'll be pretty long, actually. Chapter 2 is actually going to be pretty long, it looks like. How many notes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 nodes for chapter 2. When was chapter 1? I discovered this thing called Augrel and was taught how to use it. Was wondering what you were doing? To Act 1, Chapter 2. More glory and more grief than I can tell. So next week, we will do Chapter 2. Chapter 2. So Harmony is off to a good start. I'm enjoying it so far. I hope you're also enjoying it so far. So yeah, this chapter was just sort of a lot of setup. So I think going forward, we'll actually start getting into, like, genuine story. You know, this one had to introduce all the concepts behind the game. So next week, we'll start getting a lot more in terms of story and character stuff, I think. Yeah, finishing up a little bit more setup as well, I imagine. But yeah, going forward, I think it'll be a little bit more exposition. Yeah, this one was a lot of exposition. I think there will probably be a little bit less of that going forward. So, gonna call it an evening. Gonna call it a night for now. So I'm gonna get going. And I will see you next time. Good night, everybody.